handsome studio you have
It's
here,
a beautiful
Conan.
space where you look out over the bay.
Lord.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes, I feel the sea breeze.
Sea breeze coming in. Oversized moon. If the moon was that big, it would mean end of days are here. So nice to have you.
Great to be here.
We're obviously big fans of yours. And my first question, the crowd went crazy at the mere mention of Arrested Development. And there's been talk in the
No, I'm just being quiet.
Yeah, and Andy's being punished right now.
You think about it.
Yeah. The Arrested Development, such a hit, and now there's been, in the ether, there's been this talk about a possible Arrested Development movie. What can you tell us?
Yes. Well, it is, nothing would make me happier. And unfortunately, I have no update of any sort of substance. But I can say that as soon as we make the boss's deal, the genius Mitch Hurwitz, when he gets what he's asking for, we will work.
Really? Well, you know, people are going to watch that movie. They're going to want to see that movie. Make that movie.
I hope it's not too late. Is it too late?
No. Let's talk about this new. I got to see The Change Up. By the way, don't take all your showbiz advice from this crowd.
I was just thinking, like, what are they going to say? Yes.
Yes.
Too late.
You can kill the movie right there.
Yeah. 2 years too late. They all say in unison.
Or it wasn't too late when you walked out, but now it is.
Now it is. It just expired. The Change Up. I got to see The Change Up. I laughed very hard many times. It's very funny. Also,
It's a drama, damn it.
I didn't get that at all. But now I think about all the illness. Yes. No.
No, it is the only reason you're going to do another body swap movie.
It's a body swap movie,
God
yes.
knows we don't need another one. But if you're going to do another one, you want to do it differently. And we were shocked to find out no one's ever done the R-rated version.
So it's you and Ryan Reynolds,
yeah.
and I think you guys are so funny together. I thought you should just keep making movies with each other.
That, and I've been trying to get into his body for a long time.
I hear that. We're all on that train. I have to ask you one question.
Real poor choice of words there.
Not at all.
Actually,
Not at all.
actually, no. Perfect.
Yeah.
You are naked in the movie at one point, and I'm just curious. Is that I was actually a little bit shocked. Is that you? Was that a body double? I mean.
Well, that depends. Did you think that I looked good?
You looked amazing. Yes. And I know you, and I thought I looked at I was like, is that really? Did they do computer graph? Is that Jason?
Hey, son of a bitch.
Hey!
That was me.
Really?
Yeah, what you saw there was just the ass end of a cleanse that my wife forced me to do. And
Which cleanse, by the way?
this is a cleanse that makes it impossible.
The nude scene cleanse?
Yeah.
It's the cleanse that makes it impossible to sit on anything that's not very soft for about 6 months.
Right.
You chew once a day, you take some pills, and you spend the rest of the day on the toilet. But
My
listen,
wife got me into one of these once.
Yeah, well, you're out here in LA. We do these foo-foo
People do
things.
crazy things out here. I'm not from out here, and my wife was talking to some people. They said, "Oh, you do this, and you drink a shake that tastes like asbestos."
Right.
And I'm like, "When do you eat? You don't eat.
Right.
Drink the asbestos."
It's a real bowel agitator. But it is great for nude scenes, Conan. Huh?
I'm glad I got this big. I don't know.
You don't need any help.
Well,
Look at you.
Look at me.
Look at
right?
you.
Yeah, look at me. That's
Look at
right.
you.
I got it going on. All right, this is an incredibly homoerotic interview so far. Now, I want to mention something that's a little unusual. You're a successful actor. Everything's going so well for you. And then I hear that you are interested in starting an advertising company, which is not, and you're serious about this.
Yes.
With your former co-star on Arrested Development, Mr. Will Arnett.
Mr. Will Arnett.
Who I believe we have a photo of here. I wanted the most asinine photo I could find. There he is. acting.
He stood there for half an hour just like that
Yes,
until someone took
exactly.
this picture.
That reminds me of a mirror face that a friend of mine likes to make.
Oh, really?
You know, everybody's got their mirror
Yeah.
face, I guess.
Yeah. Mhm.
Don't we?
Yeah.
So my buddy, to make his face look just perfect, he pretends he's just gotten directions from somebody, but he didn't hear them correctly, and he turns to the mirror and he says, "It's where?" And that's his look. And that looks like a Will Arnett mirror face to me. Look at that. The man is beautiful. He doesn't need to make any faces.
Well, tell us what's happening here.
So it is an advertising company for digital. It's only on the internet. We make sort of long form commercials for any brand that'll have us, and it was inspired by Andy Richter.
Really?
Andy Richter. This is true. Andy did a commercial for Nissan that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I saw it on the internet.
It's fake, though.
Well, but what he does is he's hosing off his yard, and his neighbor's hosing off his yard. They got 2 new cars, and they have this sort of peeing contest about who's got the better car, and his neighbor's getting the better of him, and he pulls out a gun, he shoots him in the face, dead. It's just like,
it's really funny.
That's like the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then the Nissan logo.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, Nissan's got such stones to advertise like that on the internet. So I said to Will, I said, hey, let's do some of these funny sort of sketches that you'd see on College Humor or Funny or Die, but let's put a brand in there so we get a little scratch out of it.
That means
Andy's
that's money in show business.
like Andy's done, smart Andy. And he said, yes, let's do it. And then Andy said, well, you know, it was fake. It wasn't really a commercial. We're like, oh, there's the business model down the drain.
we got no money.
No,
Yeah,
we
but
have.
you guys have a company, and I did that thing for free.
Yeah.
So I'm an idiot.
We've talked a few good brands into it, like Wrigley's and BlackBerry and Denny's, and we're
We
doing
would like
okay.
you to. I mean, it'd be great if you did an ad for us. It'd be great if you did an
We
ad
would
for
love
this
to.
show. Yeah.
That'd be cool. So what are your creative objectives? What are you lacking? Do you feel?
I feel like, look, you know, you hear Conan, you're like, funny, like Major League funny. That's accomplished.
You do
okay?
hear that.
You hear that right away. Don't laugh. And then, but what people don't know is that, you know, I would like to get across like I'm a sexual threat, like, you know. Do you know what I mean? That there's a smoldering intensity there. I think people are like, oh, the nerdy, blah, you know. And we would want to get that across, I think.
I would just pitch off the top of my head. I would have some dude late at night, just lit by the light of the television. He's probably in some awful boxers, and he's watching TV, and he turns on one of your competitors, and a big fat old dude pops up next to him, making kissy faces at him. Changes the channel, and then in his living room, he changes the channel to Conan. In his living room, 16,000 of the hottest chicks you've ever seen show up, making kissy faces.
Yes, I want that ad. That's a good ad. We're gonna make that ad.
You watch Conan, you're gonna get laid.
You watch Conan, you will get laid. Or not. That's got to be an important tagline at the end.
You'll definitely laugh, though.
Maybe not. We gotta, just the lawyers are gonna make us put that in. I saw photos of you and your good friend, Mr. Jason Bateman, hanging out together, paparazzi photos, and these are real, and I think you should probably explain. There's a series of them here, I think. I thought there was more than one, but I don't know. Oh, there you go. That's nice. Keep
Look
going.
at her.
Yeah.
Look at her. There she is.
Yeah. And what happened here? Describe what happened. Clearly you're...
Yeah, we're walking down the street in New York, and so we just thought, and then, you know, in New York, sometimes the paparazzi guys, they ride around on bikes, and then they ride ahead of you, and then they get to the end of the block, and they start snapping pics, and they want to get you, like, you know, picking your nose or whatever. And I said to Bateman, I said, you know, let's have fun at their expense, and just grabbed his hand, which he was way too cool with.
You think he was like, he seemed to be going really like...
Sweaty palms, I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And I feel like his internal monologue was, finally. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell that you're acting, but he's totally in it. Yeah. I think it's really...
I wanted to make it look like we were just two guys out just doing a little afternoon shopping in the village, which is actually what we were doing. Here's the joke on. By the way, you can tell by the photo, I'm the top.
pretty clear.
Obvi.
Obvi. Is that short for obvious?
I don't know. I heard it.
Yeah. It's a time saver.
Now, you're in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
This is a
Coming
big
out
deal.
this summer, yeah. It's huge. It's, first of all, they're teenagers. So let's take it easy. But they're mutants. They're ninjas. And to top it off, these sons of guns are turtles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you put it all company man.
Yeah. It's it was a really fun movie produced by Michael Bay and with the Turtles and me and Megan Fox, who
Megan Fox, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, she's not difficult to look at, and so we got to we shot that in New York this summer. It's a really fun, big family film filled with explosions and car chases and stuff.
Well, you're not a turtle then?
No, I'm not. I'm currently not a turtle.
No, but you're not.
No.
What do you play?
I'm a live-action guy. I play a guy who ends up reluctantly helping Megan Fox help the turtles in their quest against the evildoers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I'll take my kids to see it.
Yeah, great.
How are your kids, by the way? What are they? They know what you do, right? They know that Dad's a famous guy, has a TV show.
Yeah, I mean, I think that aspect of it is kind of lost. I mean, they do know. The other day, absolutely true. The other day, my son was playing about 5 feet from me with his cars, and I heard him say, "That's professional grade."
He said your catchphrase?
Yeah, my son Archie, and I kind of said, "Wait, what did you just say?" And I'm thinking, like, this little punk, you know?
Oh, you think he's trying to?
I think
take
he's
your
trying
gig.
to mow my lawn. Like he's just sharpening his knife, just waiting for me, Pops to knock off. You know?
That's professional grade. It'd be funny to hear a little kid say it.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Utopia. You play a fox in this film. This is your first animated film, which surprised me. You have nice pipes. I would think you'd get more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Will Arnett again. This is a gentleman who does a great deal of voiceover work with his beautiful pipes.
Yeah. I think we have this is my favorite picture of Will that I keep handy at all time. That's him.
Stupid face.
There he is at the Smirkathon.
And he does a ton of these movies, and would ride me constantly about how they have not called me. I might be the only person in town that hasn't done a voice. To the point where when I did finally get the call, I was so excited about it that I immediately thought somehow he got to my agency, called from there, so the phone number came up and he's putting me up to it. But,
right.
but it was real. I made sure I called him and told him that I got one. And then he just immediately told me that he is currently working on one and is negotiating for a sequel of another one that he did.
So he always has to top you.
He's got to top me.
Yeah.
But I'm very proud of this one. This one is doing quite well. The critics are liking it. The people are liking it. It's a great movie. They know what they're doing over there at Disney. Good Lord, do they know what they're doing?
Man, they sure got to you, didn't they?
We're balancing out the gay porn.
They got the chip back in there. They know what they're doing, yes. No one makes a movie like Disney. Jason, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Disney. Is there a lot to it? I always think that it would be, if you're in the voiceover booth, and I know Andy's done voiceover, and he will again once his voice returns, but you, or it's over.
Yeah.
But you've done. Is there a lot to it? Like, I mean, do people work hardest? Does Will Arnett? Does he work hard at it in the voiceover booth?
He works hard. He's got a stance that I don't really understand. What he does is he's like the lead singer of like a terrible 80s glam band. He's got like the microphone here, and he'll throw a foot in front of the other one, and he'll take a real balanced stance, like he's about to rock the world with what he's about to do. And he'll put that dumb hand up over one ear.
Oh, man.
Right? Like not this. You don't need it at all. There's like a suction thing, you know.
Yeah.
But he'll do it, and he'll close his eyes, and he'll purse those dumb lips. And he'll just start to hiss it out a little bit, and he'll say, no, that's not right. Let's keep it rolling. He really grinds on it. Whereas, if you're over there at Disney, where they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
You just whatever comes out of your mouth, they make it sound like velvet.
Yeah.
They're just incredible over there.
Best people I've ever heard of.
God, I wish we had Mickey Mouse ears right now. We could pop on.
You know what I want to do the next time you're on is do the whole interview just on this one camera. So, Jason, how's it going?
It's good.
All right. That'll be a whole new way to do the show. Jason, tell me, there was for a while, a jasonbateman.com.
Yeah.
And you'd think, okay, if I go on jasonbateman.com, I'm going to...
You're going to learn about colonics.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to get to talk or chat with Jason Bateman. But no, jasonbateman.com for quite a while was a gay porn site. Explain that.
I don't think any explanation's necessary. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Not to you. We thank you for your visits.
No problem.
It was worse than a gay porn site. It was a gay porn hub. It was from here you could go to thousands of gay porn sites, which is fine. Some of my best friends, Conan. But
Finish that sentence. All right. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Well, people know the rest.
Yeah. ...
But somebody brought this to my attention, and I thought, well, we should go try to see if we can change that, right? I mean, nothing against the traffic there, but let's see if we can grab that domain.
Yeah, they're clearly using your name against your will.
And why?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why me? Why not the hydrated Rob Lowe?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
What about the friendly Andy Richter?
Yeah. So what'd you do?
I would let it go.
Yeah. Did you buy the site?
For me.
I bought the site. I now receive a lot of the income there, but...
Wait a minute. You didn't get rid of the... It's still a porn hub?
I'm a businessman, Conan. I'm not an idiot, my friend.
The money's coming in.
The graphics are much more tasteful now.
Yeah.
It's a more pleasant experience for people.
All right, I'm going to check it out tonight. Zootopia. You play...
Disney's not going to like that transition at all. We'll do some editing. We'll work on it.
No, we're not editing that, no. So, gay porn and, Disney. Walt Disney. I'm not ashamed to say it. You look incredible. You're very fit. This man takes care of himself.
Thank you. Thank you very,
what
very
are you?
much.
Are you a guy that works out a lot? What's it about?
I'm sick.
You're sick. Oh. Okay.
I'd like to. No, I don't look that great. I don't eat like a pig. I don't, sleep 15 hours a day, I guess. When I was younger, I enjoyed a drink now and again, and I did not look as good then. My face tends to gather water.
Yeah.
Quite efficiently. I tend to Shatner a little bit. Now, or as Will Arnett likes to say, I look like I just ate a Chinese baby.
So you get the round. I have this too, being Irish. If I have too much potato and a little too much ham, I get this round Ted Kennedy balloon head, and it happens. It's in the genes. So you got it. So it's with you, it's about just what you're eating?
You're not drinking right now, are you? Because you look beautiful, Conan. Does he not look great?
No, this is because I'm drinking a lot. That's.
Are you doing something? What are you doing? What are you up to?
What am I up to? Actually, I changed my diet a little bit. I
Truly?
do work out a lot. Yeah, I did. I did. I tried to, do the non-dairy, gluten-free, just to try it, see what it's all about. And you do actually feel better. Yeah.
It's working for you.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm coming over there.
Yeah. No. You stay where you are. You stay right where you are. I put on a lot of moisturizers. I don't do that at all.
I do the moisturizer. You don't do that?
You know who does is Rob Lowe. Was on our show a couple of weeks ago. The guy walks around, he has moisturizer in his pockets.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Not even in a jar. He just reaches his hands in and he takes it out and he's like... That's the secret, is that he's moisturizing 24/7.
But my wife makes me hydrate religiously. She's telling me to use the toners and the facial creams and
Right.
the hand creams and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I mean, does Liza make you do a bunch of stuff you don't want to do?
No, the only thing my wife did was I'm a hardcore, as I said, I grew up in an Irish Catholic family, and all I did was eat giant ham sandwiches.
So you can't do that.
That's all I ate. And then I met my wife, and I went opened the refrigerator, and there was like kale and pasta that's made of like a sunflower.
Yeah.
And I became enraged. I was like, where's my giant ham? And she was like, we're not doing that anymore. And it helped me. It helped me a lot.
It enrages other parts of your body too. It really bangs you up, right?
Yeah.
It's tough on the valve when you start eating all that kind of stuff.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Why don't you speak for yourself?
It's all got to get out, you know. You put that stuff in. It's got to find a way out. And
No, it knows exactly how to get out.
but
There's no finding a way out with food. There's a whole system set up.
no, but kale is a grumpy traveler through the body. Okay. Kale's not happy as it goes through your body. My wife, one of the things she made me go do a colonic the other day.
You had a colonic?
I had a colonic.
I've never had a colonic in my life.
Well, listen, you're going to be surprised what comes out of your body. But so I'm there. I'm on my side. You know, I'm at the colonic place. I'm following directions. This is not going to get terrible. But
By the way, relax. None of this will air. Go ahead.
okay, good. But I'm on my side, behaving myself, and I'm breathing, and I'm allowing things to happen, and I'm just staring at the wall, and I'm thinking, this is marriage. This is what it is. This is behaving and doing as you're told, and eating your kale and your pasta made out of
We do as we're
sunflowers.
told, yeah.
And we look incredible.
Well, you look
look
good. No, I look like an actress in a Lifetime movie. But what I'm saying is, you say all kinds of like, when you talk about, and I don't want to get too graphic, but you say like, oh, stuff comes out of you. It's like, no, what's coming out of you besides the obvious down there? You act like license plates are coming out.
During the colonic?
Yeah.
There was a license plate. It was a bike license plate. and a small tire, but it was off a tricycle. And I felt great.
Uh-huh. All right.
Can I tell just off topic, just a true Jason Bateman story? You know what he actually said last night?
What did he say?
He said, we had dinner, and he said, what's Netflix and chill? And I said, hey, granddad, cool it. He for real.
He didn't know what Netflix and chill
No,
was?
he had no idea. He goes, oh, so are you Netflix and chill? And I was like, yeah, well, it's like it can mean just hang out, but it also can mean, you know, come over and, you know, let's get it on, you know?
So you stopped everything to slam Jason Bateman again.
I just remembered.
After you humiliated him earlier.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
This is a great crowd.
Yeah.
This is a great crowd.
Oh,
this is the handsomest crowd I've ever seen.
Oh, incredible, incredible. Oh, and no fans of Bateman here, I'll tell you that much right now.
Good anti-Bateman Americans.
Yeah. Arrested Development, people obviously love the show. Coming back, exciting news. Will it be the entire cast? Is everyone coming back?
We got the whole cast, sadly, even Bateman, and we tried to keep that real quiet, and he picked up on it, I guess.
You tried to have an Arrested Development reunion without Bateman.
Yeah, I mean, we tried our damnedest. I'll tell you,
That would be hilarious.
It would be amazing. And
Oh my God! When it comes on air,
So that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And he, you know, he's just, I love him. He's just so bland, and he just, the Sleep Institute just accredited him as an actual official cure for insomnia.
No, really?
Yeah, just when he talks.
Now
A lot
listen.
of people don't know this. When he gets on an airplane, he's not allowed to talk to the pilots in case they fall asleep.
Now, I got to ask you this. You and Bateman have been pals for a long time. Does he mind when you go after him? Does it bother him on any level, or can he take it?
He can take it. He's pretty good at taking it, you know?
I thought you were better than that, and I guess I was wrong.
I'm not better than that. No, no. Truthfully, I saw him yesterday. I said, I'm going on Conan tomorrow, and I just have to be honest on the show and let everybody know how I feel about it. I love him. I rib him all the time. We actually have a text chain, and we're constantly putting up pictures and backs and forth and whatever, and I keep finding photos of him when he was a kid and putting them on the chain.
When he was a child actor, like a teen actor?
And he's just doing the dumbest poses, teen beat or whatever.
And how does he respond when you show these to him?
The other day, he was in Atlanta, and he was working, he was directing, and I knew he was super busy, so it was the right time to send him a picture.
Yeah.
And I sent him this picture, and all he simply replied on the chain, he was the only one who replied, simply replied, "You've ruined my day."
I think we have it, don't we?
I brought a couple of the pictures.
Let's take a look at some of these pictures. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, no!
That's
Wait a
when
minute.
he was really into bocce.
Wait, why is he holding an apple? He's
calling the
apple.
teacher. He's calling the teacher. He's so coy. He's like, "I got something for you."
Oh, my God. What's next?
That's what I'm hoping.
Show us another one. Oh!
My son saw this picture with the lipstick on his cheek. He was like, "Oh, don't show me that." Wait, he's got girls kissing him, I guess. And by the way, he's got his name on his jacket. He still wears that.
Yeah, he still wears that.
He wears that to the mall.
I think we have another one. I just want to see. Oh, my
Look
God.
at that.
That's not good.
Oh, wow.
That's when he was on Saturday Night Live. Let's take another one. Oh, no! The ladder. Never lean on a ladder when you're an actor.
He just happened upon that ladder. By the way, he's got a pretty sweet denim sandwich going on.
So you're just constantly barraging him with photos he regrets from his childhood.
Yes, and it's just the way to keep him in line, because he's just got he can get, you know him, you both know him, he can get a little big-headed, and that's actually not true. He's such a sweet guy. I just do it totally to torture him.
I had my own experience working on the late night show. We were constantly doing sketches. There would be a sketch that needed, a kid to play me, from 20 years ago, constantly, or a kid who is in the audience who doesn't understand something. Constantly doing these sketches where we need kids. I remember very clearly sometimes there were kids that came up to me, maybe 8 years old, and this happened more than once, but they would come up to me and go, "Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien, I am Billy." "Oh, hi, Billy. Thanks for helping us out today. You're doing a great job at rehearsal. I just want to say you are a formidable talent." And I could look in the background and see the mother peering out of the dressing room like, "It's formidable. We went over this.
Say it.
Say it so that you're booked again, you fucker."
Yeah.
And it bummed me out.
Right.
It seriously, every now and then, one of those child actors, one was a little kid who nailed it and grew up into Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah?
And you're like, okay, that's great. I think we had one or two of those, but for the most part, it is a perilous thing to be a child actor. And, it's so fickle. And even as adults, full-on aging adults for myself, it's still hard not to pay attention to who's up, who's down, who's where. It takes, and that's with, I didn't have anybody recognize me on the street until I was 30 years old. That's when I got the late night show. And I had a lot of grounding before then. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea. I think if I had been recognized or had any kind of cachet when I was 11 years old, I'd be a mass murderer.
Yeah.
So
I
mean, a very good one.
Yeah.
Methodical.
It is a very permissive culture that if you have some sort of success as a kid, you kind of get used to. It's like it's junk food, and kids don't have any self-control for junk food. They eat it all up.
Right.
And you're also learning how to convincingly be somebody else at the exact time you're trying to figure out who you are. So it's just a big mind fuck too, and it's a minefield to go through. And I'm really fortunate that somehow my sort of stock engine came out able to kind of navigate that somewhat decently. I mean, I am nuts. I'm crazy, but I'm functional.
I said you're squirrely. I didn't say you were crazy. Squirrely, hard to get a beat on you. I know there's a lot of stuff there I don't want to go near.
You can get near the cage. Just don't start poking around in it.
I would drive cross country with Arnett, Sean in a second. That's not happening unless, like you say, there's like a barrier, a caged barrier. I'm driving a police car.
Be in the back with a privacy glass.
No, you're in the back. I'm driving you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm dressed as a sheriff, and I'm driving you cross country, but there's a cage, and you're shackled. Every now and then, I pass you some green tea, but that's about it. That's all that's happening. It is interesting to me that a important linchpin of your turnaround, which you say is Arrested Development, the guy behind that, one of the guys behind it, and the narrator of the show, Ron Howard, famously one of the few examples of a child star who just nailed it in his adult life and seemed to make every right call. Did he ever give you any insight into that?
Only by example, like during the vast wasteland of my 20s, I was in an attempt to try to self-educate. I'd watch a lot of news. I was a big fan of Charlie Rose. I'd watch that show religiously, and Ron Howard was on it once, and I remember watching his interview. And Ron Howard is at all times, it seems, just about the most gracious, magnanimous guy you'd ever find. And so I'm watching him just be incredibly warm and kind. And he's not doing that because he needs to kiss Charlie Rose's ass or that he's nervous about being on the show or golly gosh, or what. He's just genuinely that and is not worried about coming across as an ass kisser or eager, or he's just being as kind as he is.
Yeah. And
is not worried about masking that, because if you grew up in the sort of cynical environment I grew up in, it's like, well, make sure you look like you don't want it, or make sure that girl can't tell that you like her, be mean, or when you go on an audition, make it seem like you don't really want it or that it's an inconvenience, whatever, toxic crap I was listening to as a kid. He was completely at odds with that, so I remember sitting there watching that interview and going, if I ever get relevance again, any sort of industry capital again, the greatest thing about it will be that I will be able to be as kind as I want to be and not worry about it coming across as being too eager and wanting the job or, and then I got Arrested Development, like working for this guy. And he did all the voiceover, so he was never really on set. So I never really met him until after the show had been going for a while. And eventually I think it was pretty late, maybe 4 or 5 years into, I finally had dinner with him. And I told him the story, and I told him about what...
Did he narrate the dinner?
And then told you to fuck off.
He did, yeah. He pulled the mask back. He said, yeah, fooled another one.
Jason seemed perplexed. He wanted the eggplant risotto, but he didn't know if it was going to be too heavy.
Yeah, I think he understood what I was saying.
Yeah.
That not only his example kind of provided this North Star for me, but the actual show itself gave me the capital that I was, reaching for, hoping for, that I could stop kind of acting twice going into auditions, kind of like trying to be like, oh yeah, what's up everybody, and it's fucking such a douchebag. I was just like, and of course it would make me incredibly nervous because I've got to pull off that performance and now it's time to do the audition and, now I got to pull off this. I was just like exhausted.
Well, they say it's exhausting to be a pathological liar because you have to keep all of your stories straight.
Right.
And it is exhausting to have to put on a persona.
Right.
To then audition for something where you're then another persona. Right. But then if you don't get it, you have to switch into the persona, which is, I didn't really need it anyway. I'm cool. Yeah. I'm good.
It's just garbage, so thankfully, I kind of got through that to a certain extent, but it was painful. I mean, my 20s were just like it was fun, but a real a real sort of head trip for me because I'm transitioning from like all of that fame and success and easy road to not making as much money, not having the actual sustenance to because my confidence came from my work.
Yeah.
Now that I don't have the work, now what do I have the confidence on? You know, it's just like, ay.
Can you identify, because 9 people out of 10 who went through what you went through would not have worked out. Can you identify something in you that helped you say, okay, I'm partying too much, this has to stop? There is an inner resource that you have,
right,
that 90% of people in your situation would not have.
But perhaps, but I think everybody's got it because all it was just goals and foresight and vision and you know, everybody has a way they like to think of themselves.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that you can't do and certain things that you want to achieve and incorporate that make that vision legit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to be a husband, a dad, and I wanted to direct a movie as an adult. That was what I always said to myself as a kid. And so I knew I had to do certain things to make those 3 things happen. I had to build up sort of acting capital to be able to say, hey, now I want to direct, the famous T-shirt, right? I couldn't be like, you know, a fucking drug addict and a drunk and expect to have any sort of relationship that had any legs. And then, you know, being a father follows that.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to kind of wind down the 20s fun at some point. And I didn't know, do you get rid of all that stuff and then the work will come, or should I wait for the work to come to be sort of like, you know, the little pacifier that allows me to like stop doing all the other stuff? It ended up kind of all happening at the same time, which was nice, but yeah, I guess it would just be that. So I don't think I'm not that special. I think everybody wants certain things for themselves in the future. And I think it's just about having perhaps the discipline to say, okay, you kind of got to do X, Y, and Z to get to A, B, and C. And at what point do you want to start to implement that plan?